Welcome back to Enderal, where Dalvaric has a creepy smile right now. Let's head into Ark. Let's see. No murder holes. Oh, here, kinda, sorta. The foreign quarter.
And here we are. Welcome to Ark. I've got some things to take care of here. So let's meet at the market once you're ready to meet Grandmaster Tealor Arenthiel and his mages in person, alright?
Sounds good. Can you tell me more about the city? Where can I find some new gear?
Oh, sure, I should have thought of that. Pardon me. Alright then. Ark is divided into 5 districts, not counting the harbor. The foreign quarter, where we are right now, the marketplace, the nobles' quarters, the south quarter, and the temple. If you're looking to gear up, I guess the market would be the place to go. You can find anything there, from food to weapons, armor, and whatever else you need. If it's magical supplies and alchemy you need, however, you best try your luck in the nobles' quarters. But prepare yourself for some dismissive looks. Up there's also the bathing house and the theater, in case you're for that. Finally, there's the temple, which is hard to overlook. Normal citizens are not permitted to enter it. And from up there, the Holy Order reigns over this country. But if all goes according to plan, you'll soon see it from the inside. And then there's the Undercity.
Undercity?
Yeah, it doesn't, and it isn't. The Undercity is a cluster of caves directly beneath our feet. And down there is where the poor and the sick live, not to mention those that the Order doesn't like to see in their neat, pretty streets in the upper city. Not a place I'd recommend you visit, at least not unless you're looking for mischievous things.
This guy, I thought he was imprisoned.
By his own son, Nerazul, yeah. But roughly 2.5 years ago, he suddenly appeared back in Enderal, accompanied by a handful of mages who once fought against him in the Great War. Weird, I know, but that's how it was.
Let me get this straight. Lightborn's most trusted servant returned, together with his former arch-nemesis.
He did, yeah. It seems that something happened between him and them that made them sort out their issues, you could say. They're allies now, and frankly, nobody quite knows why. You can imagine what kind of uproar that caused among the Holy Order itself. But in the end, Arenthiel got things his way. You can say what you want about him, but he never lost his charisma, that's for sure.
Lightborn's most vicious enemies now work together.
You're telling me. But apparently their alliance has something to do with this red madness. I guess we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks.
Then see you later and enjoy your stay.
With an Ark, and use the signpost to travel with fast travel. Cool. You look like a quest giver.
My sir, do you have a moment? I think the two of us could do business together. Well, it is actually quite simple. But since you were kind enough not to just ignore me and walk by as the others did, I would like to share my gratitude for that first. You travel a lot, don't you? I can tell by the mud on your boots. Here, one of these books might come in handy on your journeys. Which one do you prefer?
Crafting book, alchemy, handicraft. Sure.
Splendid. Say, would you happen to be interested in earning yourself some more coins? Or, even better, more books like those? There is something I need help with.
What's troubling you?
Problem, and this problem is called Celia, which happens to be my sister. Where should I start? You know, I am one of those people who wasn't given everything by fate. Quite the contrary, in fact. When I was a child, the village I grew up in, Foamville, was ambushed by bandits.
Foamville?
And both my father and my mother died during the attack.
My condolences.
Thank you, but it's ancient history now. Fact is, my sister and I dealt with this event differently. We managed to flee the attack and make it to Ark, where the guards, of course, threw us into the Undercity. But while I tried to honor my father's heritage by using the little I could from our savings by setting up a business, she preferred to wallow in her misery instead. She got to know the wrong people and has, since then, never done a single bit of honest work. Frankly, she's a dust addict. Day and night she does nothing else but rot in those drinking holes in the Undercity and blows what little money she makes on her drage. Now, of course, she is still my sister. So all of these years I paid her rent so she doesn't have to sleep on the streets. However, things have changed. Recently she started using our father's heritage to pay for her addiction, and I will not accept that.
Talk to the guards. Let me get this straight. She blows your money to buy droge. I'm an outlander. What is this dust?
You wouldn't know that. Glimmercap dust. The blue bliss, or however you want to call it. It's a drage, a dangerous one. Apparently, it makes you feel as if you're walking the eternal paths. But it also kills you quicker than the sunfire.
What with the guards? Why can't you just talk to her?
Oh, believe me, I did. Which is why she simply hid the key to our safe in the bank somewhere that I couldn't find it. So, long story short, this is where you come in. I want you to get her to give me that key. How you do it is up to you. But if you succeed, it won't be to your disadvantage.
Get the key and then take it for myself.
Anywhere there's rats and dust. But she spends most of her time in the False Dog in the Undercity. One of those dumps I told you about. Just come back to me once you've found something.
But I could certainly use some more books. What's this? Gatehouse. Signpost situation. Marketplace this way? Was this a bread stall? I don't need lots of bread right now. I've got tons. Well, just food generally.
Oi,
Drunk.
you there. Stop ignoring me.
What's your problem?
You bloody flood your eyes at me, woman. You think I haven't noticed, don't you? You say sorry at once, so
Can't attack him.
I'll smack your mouth.
I don't want any trouble.
Well, you're lucky I'm having a good day. Next time.
It only cause trouble. It's like you murdered this guy. You can't be doing that.
Easy.
I need some more signs.
Hey, I know you. Run errands for the keepers, don't you?
No?
Is it true what they said about that magister? That he killed 30?
Ah, the marketplace. The real goal.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. A miracle has happened, a miracle that must have been, due to its sheer
No crowd.
glory, brought forth by Malthus himself. Tilor Arnthiel has returned. Yes, you have heard right. The lost heir to the throne, son of Lorius, has, after decades of imprisonment by his treacherous son, returned to his position as Grand Master of the Holy Order. The esteemed Trakesha, Natara Dal Varim, thereby returns to her position as second in command, and no one else but Tilor Arenthiel himself shall lead this holy city from this day on. His fearless leadership shall be
They must really like him.
find our way through these
Meat
troubled
market.
times. Cherish, oh brothers and sisters.
We always go
Little stalls.
vegetables, bread fresh from the
Rena Shalom, my
Treat
son.
yourself.
Oh, here we got some good stuff. Forge, leather, tailoring. That's okay. Let's see if we can find some awesome light armor. Oh, and I could use their shit to make stuff.
Move along.
Firm leather, old vagrant. That doesn't help me. Oh, that's not construction though. That's just upgrade. Firm leather, leather cuirass. 13 for a leather helmet.
Some people just don't know their place.
Can make it a superior. But let's get the best we can first, then we do any sort of upgrades.
Yes, how may I be of service? Of course.
Hunting longbow, old bow of the frost breath. 10 oak, 10. 8 points of frost damage. I think that's a good buy. Steel greatsword. I've got steel 21, 20. I'd rather have a steel greatsword. Let's do it. Firm leather light. Beef. That's an upgrade. Shoes aren't. An old vagrant isn't going to do us any good. Is crafting book, or actually, do they have not just it's learning crafting blueprint possibly? This is for house stuff. Iron claymore, light iron shield. That, if it's actually light. Small backpack, steel battle steel sword, stone shelf. Oh, torch blueprint could be useful. Thief hood. Trophy. Wall basket. Wooden shelf, wall shelf. Okay. Then I don't think I need any of that right now, so it'll be on the selling end. Ooh. It's heavy armor. Very interesting. Firm light is going to be good for me. I've just got standard leather, 12 to 14. Just sell them all. One spare. Gonna ditch the battle axe. No duplicates there. A lot of spare parts. Still in the 260, so there's got to be other stuff going on. Oh, don't need that. Gotta add steel greatsword, the oak bow. That works. Oh, the butcher, volume 1 there in case you didn't catch it. And this is probably kind of the same stuff.
Hammers, daggers, swords, the best. Looking for everything for the path-abiding soldier.
Yes, we sells different stuff, I'm guessing. Steel warhammer. It's +4. Steel greatsword, steel battle axe, but oh, it's heavier, slower. Looks cool though. And that's the top damaging. And he only carries heavy. Crafting if needed. I have no points to work with. He'll probably handle magical.
All for the well-dressed my sir, and my dame, of course. Walk all your heart could ever desire. Take a look.
Mana regeneration. I'm currently wearing the ring, but I have no necklace, I guess. Sneak, mana regen. Mysterious nomad. Bow. Sneak could be useful. Just general mana. Bows do more damage, two-handers. Yeah, weak shaman amulet. Might keep the mana. Just, but how often? I'm not big on spells. Sneak is getting used more for me. Keep the sneak.
May his light guide you. Come back if you find the time.
These are petty stalls. Bookseller.
Greetings. Sure, take a look.
Oh, so you'll take some other stuff. Mage Light. Locks of the Adept class. Take the money. These are £0.5 each, so... And I've been finding enough so far, so I don't need to cast Soul Trap. These are actually kind of suck, 'cause the weight compared to the cooked meals. Yeah. Want to get money for stuff. Oh, I don't actually want to keep the salt. Oh, spell tome, duplicates.
What?
Still 232. What do I have extra of that I don't need? Oh, those are stolen. Fair enough. I'm wearing the mana regen, so I should... I should sell that if you'll take it.
Sure, take a look.
Oh, you don't... Okay.
Walk blessed.
Come to your local sharpness and buy fish. Only the best and fresh from the Red Sea.
That's a meat market. Or is this the meat market? The bank. Let's open an account. Take out a credit line.
Walk blessed, my sir. How can Sylvan and friends serve you today? Would you like to open a personal vault?
Ooh.
Or perhaps even acquire an estate?
Very good. I want to open a vault. I want to acquire an...
Very well. We will need a 100 penny deposit to start with. After that, you may make a withdrawal or deposit whenever you would like.
I hear 100 pennies. I would like to withdraw 99 of them. Oh, that's fine.
Excellent. You will not regret this. Here, this is your personal safe key. This way, you may access your shelf even when we are closed. To make a deposit, simply talk to one of the bankers or put it on the shelf yourself. Ah, and should you acquire any shareholdings, simply give them to me and we will allocate them with your future interest.
Shareholdings.
Well, holdings for something, a business, a caravan, things like that.
22112.
Forgive me for saying so, you do not seem to be a man of means, so I don't suppose it will be relevant to you.
Deposit. I want to access my vault.
Of course. Of course.
What's that? A personal vault.
Ledger. Your very own safe in our house, which we will manage on your behalf. We will meticulously track all your deposits and withdrawals, and best of all, thanks to our very generous interest rates, the longer you entrust your money with us, the more it proliferates on its own.
How can it proliferate?
Well, evidently this was a metaphor. Just imagine that for every day your money rests in our vaults, we present you with some extra coin on top of it, as in appreciation for your trust, so to speak.
And what can you do at your own expense? How can that be well, he makes out loans.
Well, you You see, this is a highly complicated process, and I fear it would be a matter of near impossibility to elucidate my response in such a fashion that you would be capable of comprehending it with your, I beg your pardon, most likely quite limited intellectual capabilities. Let us talk about more enjoyable matters instead, such as your money.
Oh, my money! Yeah, what are you gonna do with it?
Fine then. We use it to trade.
You trade?
We invest. For example, in promising expeditions on new trade routes. And from the returns those investments yield, we not only pay our employees, but your interest as well. Now, don't you look at me that way. We have to make a living somehow, too.
What if they are bad investments?
Do not make mistakes. Didn't your parents teach you this?
Well, they offset it by
Now,
having
enough of this
a large
nonsense
number of
and
them.
Back to business. Do you want to open a gold shelf or not? Walk
Nope.
blessed, my sir.
Draw
How
deposit.
concealed
I
your
don't.
friends
Shit, what do you have to offer on an
Of
estate?
course.
Blueprint collection. Interesting. To give you all the blueprints. I might just want to get that for the sake of it. Blueprint alchemy workbench. This is all. Have like title deeds, marketplace house. Can afford that. Or title deed house at the Larks is a noble's court, only 6,400. I could probably do that. I could buy that right now. But I have ambitions. And then he has all sorts of learning books, if needed. Crafting books. Yeah, so 6,400. We have something to work towards.
And don't forget, your money is safe with.
That's 21 something. They're I would think
Can
that
I
would
help you?
be the location. But I can't see the numbers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
aha!
I didn't tell them that already.
222 is like 2112 or something. Okay, that's not a normal vault. Aha. 1122 1222 1221. Let me just look at the key. 2112. Okay, 2112. So let's see. I should have been able to open that. I thought I tried all the doors. Wait, what the?
They just sit on their asses and hope things settle themselves.
2112.
Idiots.
Must be up here then. 2111, 2112. Ha. I can deposit there. Well, let's head to that noble's quarter. Oh, a notice board. Bounty. The Pathless One, Bitchute the Ripper, is wanted for glimmer dust trafficking and sacrilege. He seems to be able to hold his drink, is a wild mage, and is most likely hiding in the wild mage's hideout in the Heartland. He is said to be extremely dangerous, so proceed with caution. 170. Oh, he's level 2. So this is a guardhouse, watchtower. Noble's quarter this away.
My sir?
That's the foreign quarter where I came from.
Who live now in fear. Hear my words.
This way? Up there, maybe?
Only the weak of pathless spirit
Yep.
are prone to the workings of this red madness.
That's it. And why is it Malphas who carries the Sun Temple on his back? Isn't that a gesture of servitude?
No, Malphas carries the Sun Temple because he also carries humanity. Without the benevolence and sublimity of the gods, the world would still be at war, just as it was after the devastation of Starfall. Everything we have, we owe it to them.
Correct. The gods' reign is not driven by greed for power. Their highest endeavor is the preservance of peace and stability, no matter the cost. Keep that in mind, son. And honor the path Malphas has chosen for you. This is the only way of showing gratitude to all he and the Lightborn have done for us.
Okay.
Hey, you're an adventurer, aren't you? Have you been to...
Nobles. Nice. Doggo. Fluffy.
Walk blessed.
Large market sign. Puzzle box. Oh, hello there.
Walk blessed. Yes, certainly. I'm sure you'll find something.
Okay, so he buys it all. I have to put on my helmet. I have an extra copy. Plate.
May his light.
Very useful.
Walk blessed.
Wow, that's nice armor.
Too busy trying to be sexy, I forgot that I want my helmet. Up the stairs to the noble's quarter. Aristocrat.
That's beyond me.
There's a store, looks like an alchemy store.
I understand your turmoil, madame. But still, right now, the Order cannot...
Waste a keeper to search for a pathless heretic? That's it, isn't it?
This is not what I said.
But what you thought. You know what? You should be ashamed, all of you. When I was young, being a keeper meant something. But I suppose those times are over.
Anything else I can help you with, madame?
Pathetic.
Skinning rats again. Lovely.
The apprentice.
What is it?
Might as well get it started.
Oh, whether there's something troubling me? Let me think. Yes. For example, that the Holy Order, since that Aranthiel is holding the reins again, cares more about digging up Pyrean ruins than taking care of the people of this country. Ugh. Forgive me. I shouldn't have said that. It's just... never mind. Is there something you need? I need to get back to the shop.
Maybe I can help.
No. I appreciate your offer, but it would be too dangerous. This would have been a mission for a keeper, but they are too busy polishing their armors.
I can take care of myself.
Well, fine. Who am I to reject a helping hand? I am missing someone, and I'm not speaking figuratively. My son, my only son.
What happened to him?
It's complicated. Have you ever heard of the Brotherhood of Kor?
Nope.
I see. Then you haven't been in this city for long. The Brotherhood of Kor were pathless ones, heretics as the Order would call them. They demented the divinity of the Lightborn and instead prayed to some barbaric deity called Kor. Initially, they were ridiculed, but thanks to their leader and his talent to poison lost souls with his ideology, more and more our people, especially Sublimes, converted to his cult. And, well, among them was also my son, Rucus. I don't know where I failed as a mother, I really don't. 4 times a week I took him to the chapel to pray when he was a boy, and I always kept him away from dangerous influences. Girls, boys, you know what I mean. But apparently that wasn't enough. He was one of the
was
first
isolated.
to convert and take those ridiculous vows, even though he wasn't even 20 winters old back then. I suppose there's only so much you can do as a parent.
What kind of
A
vows?
vow of silence, and please do not ask me what for. It has something to do with the followers of Kor believing language somehow poisons the mind. Some pathless rubbish.
I see. Where are they
Yes,
now?
because the Order, Malthus be praised, banished them from the city. The Kor didn't bother too much, but apparently one of their seers has had some kind of vision only shortly before that happened. She saw an island in the Red Sea near Duneville. So, this is where they went. They built a small settlement there about 5 winters ago, and Rukas went with them.
Haven't heard since.
No, nothing. But even so, I wanted to know he was all right, so I paid a myriad warden to, once each moon, fly over the island to see if everything is in order, so to speak. And, well, this is essentially what's troubling me. For 3 weeks, the island has been deserted. No sign of life anywhere.
This is why I went to the Order to see what
Thank
happened.
you. That means a lot to me. If you could find Rukas, I would be happy to reward your efforts.
Or his corpse.
You see, I just want to know if he's all right. Pathlessness aside, he is still my son. Anyway, best you talk to the myriad warden in the South Quarter. He can take you somewhere close to the island. I will be in my shop. Yes? Have you been to the island? Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah, the damage this outputs at this stage of the game is not gonna cut it, I don't think. Let's take the carry weight. Oh, that's a lot of rancid mana potions. That's a lot of rancid health potions. That's actually the cooked wolf meat is really good. Right, I'm out of there. Yeah, I feel like I'm still overloaded. I would like to be stolen stuff. Highwayman necklace.
Walk blessed.
Another store.
Yes?
Premium wares.
Now look at that. A new face. How can Gabor serve you today? A Pyrean dagger, mayhaps?
Ooh.
No? How about an ancient claymore for the steps of Ereziel?
I like both of those.
Wait. Say that again. Oh, by the name of the sun! You're Neremaze, aren't you? And even better, you're from Ostian. Oh, by the now deceased 7 gods. What brings you here? To Enderal, I mean.
Long story. I take it you're from Ostian too.
Indeed, I am. And before you ask, I fled, just as you probably did, even though the artist inside of me loves the chaos. The family man doesn't. At least not enough that he would risk the life of his family. And well, now here I am. By the face of time, what a dull place this is. The people here, this endless rambling about the path and Malthus. I would have never thought the Order could actually succeed in keeping the truth about the Lightborn's death from the people so long. But in a place like this, that problem pretty much solves itself, it seems. The people here are so obstinate. I was surprised to find out they do not still pray to a Satyron.
I see. Let's see. I found this these books.
The Forbidden Book? Don't hold it against me, but I'd rather keep quiet about that. Maybe ask that librarian, Marius. He always struck me as the free-spoken type.
I see. You're an artist.
Oh yes, that I am. Painter of the black powder, the fiery moments, one could say. In Nerem I could make a living from that. But in this country, my art is not exactly acknowledged.
Artifacts?
Oh, my friend. If I were to tell you this, what reason would you have for my services? Secret of the trade.
He pays people, of course.
Certainly. Just take your time.
I'm sure we'll get a quest from him eventually. Ooh, a blue silk robe. Sweet. If only it had armor. Oh, a medium backpack. Purple silk robe. Ooh. This medium back 30 capacity, 15. I think it's time to add some capacity to this place. Various scrolls for teleports and stuff. All the crafting you could ever want. 1 knowledge point, old tome. Do I just take them all? Yeah. Techniques by Lorem Onslaught Tier 1. Enough pennies. 600. Okay, well, I'm going to sell some stuff to him. So let's see. I can do that without running into trouble. Those aren't very valuable. Okay, maybe I can't do much right now. One day, I will.
Safe travels.
Ha, next level. I think, let's go with health. 20 knowledge. Okay, I didn't get extra stuff going on. Blessing of the Wise added to the spell. Oh, Blessing of the Wise. Blessing of the Wise, that's active. Increase your primary fight skills permanently by 2. That's pretty cool. Got a memory point. Let's use it. I already have Windwalker. I was headed this way. With that warrior posture. Reduces stamina. Precise blow, doubles recoil hit. Stamina. Armor doesn't affect run speed. I think we kind of have to. Tongue would be nice. Kind of a wasted to get to the next phase. I don't really expect to use too much of that. Alright, we're out of here. I totally used all that money, so that noble house is on the back burner. But I should be able to put on a medium backpack to have 400 carry weight. A fine day indeed. Sell these.
So many strange faces. Well,
Oh, it's a level 3. Level 2. Bring the key of the Foxhound's Vault. It's a good one. Meet Jaspar. Turn the elixir. Find and kill the murderer. That's a level 2. Hold off on that one. Blind miner. Use the key for the strong box.
Isn't it nice?
Actually, I should just enable them all just so I can have the waypoints. With the Wild Mage, Murderer, and everything else is pretty local. The key to Milbert. I don't have it though. So we are rather free to wander at the moment. Oh, that doesn't connect.
Yes? What are you doing here?
What? Wow, that's nice armor you're wearing there.
Okay, playing with the dog. And what do we have here? An estate. Maybe I can buy it. Anything back here? I think this might be where I came in. Yeah. Let's use the old marketplace. Or this. Do I need to get to I don't need to get to the marketplace. Undercity. Main gate. Myra Tower. Sure. Discovered. I'm a little ways off there. There's the tower. Oh, there's a Myra, I guess. Oh yeah, I have the quest here. Though I don't want to accept it because it's I think it's like a 3-star. But that's our fast travel, I believe. South Quarter discovered. A museum. Ooh, a loot.
Have you heard the news about the Magister? Word has it that he murdered 30 novices.
It's the famous lute and just as well-known flute of the juggler and minstrel Gregor Casu Nowo Goldenthroat. Pillow stories tell of several unfaithful women who cheated on their old good-for-nothing companions for this fine man.
Then killed himself up in the temple. By Malphus, what has become of this world?
Hello.
A visitor. Take your time, look around.
I can't imagine it brings a lot of revenue.
Well, aren't you direct? You're an outlander, aren't you? I can tell. But to answer your question, the Order funds this museum. They quite rightfully see it as a memorial to Enderalian culture. Can't you tell? The floorboards can barely stand the pressure. Jokes aside, look around. We do not. In the old days, people cared more for the history of our country. But since this Red Madness thing and Arantheel's return, the number of visitors has sadly declined steadily. But that's just how it is. Walk blessed, my sir.
The last remnants of known energy concentrators are categorized as artifacts of the highest order. They house thoughts and experiences in the form of fast-rotating energy fibers. To draw them from the concentrator, you need some sort of counterpart, which unfortunately has not yet been found. Interesting. Ooh, a cold area. In the vernacular, also called huge jagged dorsal fin with snake antennas, this is a smaller and female specimen, whose mate was first seen by Parseval of Rygrove. Weeks after the dorsal fin washed up the shore, there was still a deadly poison flowing out of its antennas. According to legend, the great monarch Raudwidzens III was poisoned with a mixture of this venom by his fiancée Sibylla Carnstone because she could not endure his bad breath anymore. I don't know, I think it's an elephant. This is one of the first statues which show the most venerable one, the light and mercy bringer Malphus. The famous images of our Lord were created on the basis of these first drafts by Jeger Rimblo. Oh, he's a chain. Might whack you with it. Nothing to say on this one. Oh, secondary level. Spotlights. Here's the fair and strong-hearted Count Del Gremblin of Ilitas, rests in peace. While he only ruled over a small island, his reputation preceded him. He was fair to his slaves, and his word was firm. He should be an example for every nobleman. That indeed. A fine man. What's this? A tablet. Fragments and finds of an old civilization. Salvaged from deep ruins, they remind us of bygone times in which they were made from soft stone with effort and skill. Annotation. The crystals grew only after the finds were placed here. It seems as if they were taking their luminosity and vitality from the stone tablet. Ancient metals. Oh. Waxen model of a lost one. Scary. Hopefully it doesn't come to life and start murdering people. Most unfortunate. And I was hoping they were going to ask me to find new artifacts for their museum. Undercity that way. Wonder if it's a house. There's a key. Brewery.
Some shifts never end.
Walk blessed.
You're a person?
Hello.
No.
Oh, hello. Oh, a bit of this and that.
So if I need food, I can come to a food vendor.
Wait, you're a traveler, aren't you? Did you happen to see my husband, Hallis?
Hey.
Tall, brown hair, chin beard. He runs our farm near landlord Borek's place and has been gone for days.
Trying to talk to you.
Hey, wait a moment. You're the Neramis, aren't you? The Outlander.
Well, let's put it this way. I have a pair of eyes here and there, and it's always good to know who comes into this city and when they do so. Help.
You're an unfamiliar face, and this is just what I need.
Let me make it short. I'm a businessman, and my specialties are the liquid pleasures. Beer, to call a child by its name. In Ark, most inns only pour 2 drinks. On the one hand, my beer. On the other hand, Rivervale Ale. Dalsarker honey wine is what they like to call that swill. Now, the thing is, the Riverville Brewery and I have a deal going. And unfortunately, the new vine dresser respects that deal as much as the Rolata respect the righteous path. Now this is why I want your help. I need someone to aid me in serving some retributive justice, so to speak.
What do I get out of this?
A lot. Depending on how good you do, we can even talk about letting you in as a shareholder of my brewery. With small parts, of course. But as I said, that depends on how you do.
How's anyone not respect it?
Now look at that. Aren't you curious? That's good. I like that. It's simple. 7 barrels of beer per tavern and per week from me. 7 barrels of wine from him. No tricks.
And you set a limit.
Correct. That way, we maintain balance. Should an inn order more than these 7 barrels, either I or the vinery inform each other about it first. The fact is,
That new vine dresser doesn't care about that deal at all. All he does is walk around saying things like how he'll grow the business, how rivalry adds spice, and other Kalian horse shit like that. And unfortunately, some people seem to fall for him. One innkeeper hasn't ordered from me for 3 weeks, and now pours only ale instead.
I'll help you. So I say.
This is a flask of highly concentrated vinegar. Sneak into the basement of Fat Leorin's Inn. That's one of the inns that fools talked into only buying ale. And pour that into the big mead barrel. And, I probably don't need to say this, but still, not a word to anyone. Get back to me once it's all taken care of, and we'll talk coin.
I want to help you out, but I can't talk to you. Maybe just not yet. What's this? Like a wine cellar? Beer cellar.
Walk blessed.
I want to use the cooking pot. Get out of there. My cooking pot. Let's take some venison. Potato cabbage. Alright, and then we're out of salt. Harbor. That's all that's that way. The Undercity. That's we actually have a quest there. There we go. And a couple places. This is just this is a hanging location. And who lives next to the hangman's place? Volden or Phil's cabin. Okay. Gwast's cabin. I don't know who any of these people are. The Undercity main cavern. It seems they have a rat problem. Silly sewer rat. Oh my. Not doing too well down here. Flesh maggot. A shed. Yoink. Okay, the rats seem friendly.
Aw, look at those cheeks! So nice and rosy. They won't be like that much longer. You can count on it.
Obvious, my sir. Please.
You're a fighter, aren't you? You should pay the Dust Pit a visit. Just recently I saw them send the beast against 10 freshlings. What a massacre.
Evening.
Mind your own fucking business.
False dog, that's where I need to get to. What else is over here? Residential and the barracks. Tavern customer.
War on Nerum. War on Kile. Red madness. The fuck is wrong?
Dancing. Having a grand old time. That's owned.
Fool needs to pay up.
There she is. She has a quest marker.
What?
That's a minstrel.
Mm-hmm.
Offense.
As you like.
This is what I've been waiting for. I don't know how many. Okay. I'm gonna hold on to that one. Okay. All but Myths and Legends of the Blind Miner. Hang on, let's do that and let's buy it right back. I don't know if it works like that. Okay. It doesn't work like that in this one. Oh, Account of the Unknown Traveler.
Safe travels.
Have you heard? Nerem has been united again. But their leader must be a monster. Well then.
Play
good
dice.
luck.
Small bid. I'm gonna do 20. Oh, so 0 is enter. For some reason. The dice shows 8. When you roll the dice, your final number of points must not be more than 3 times of that. Max is 24. Eight, 9, 10, 13, 16. Okay, so opponents is 16 on 4 rolls. Max number of points is 24. To roll again to raise your final points. Yes. Max 12 is maximum, so as long as I'm below 12, I'd be dumb not to roll. I mean, we have to at least go for 16. Chase. 18. Don't cast. You win the game and won 2 pennies.
Blazes.
I'm going to stop playing now.
May your path always be even.
Interesting.
Yeah? What do you want?
No.
Malphas's blessing.
No, there's the card game.
What are you doing here?
What?
Go ogle someone else.
Your brother sent me. He wants you to tell me where you hid the safe key for your father's heritage.
Oh, does he now? Good old Milburn and his silver tongue. Now he has found himself a lackey to do his dirty work for him. Let's make this short. I'll keep the key. No idea what he told you, but it wasn't the truth. Because if it were, you sure as fuck wouldn't be here.
And the truth would be?
I'm sure he told you about the raid on our village, didn't he? Well, there's one thing he didn't tell you.
He led the raid.
After those fuckers killed our parents and tried to break into our house, he left me behind. Took all the valuables he could carry. Just ran away. If I hadn't managed to flee, he wouldn't have shed a fucking tear for me. But since fate was so kind to me, things turned out differently. I made it out alive and walked all the way to Ark, where I thought he was. So, you'd think he was glad to see me when I found him in these tunnels, wouldn't you? Well, you're wrong. He let me sleep in the room he paid for from our parents' money, but made me feel as if it was a privilege. And guess what? That hasn't changed. Till today. Yes, he pays for my room in the barracks, but that's about it.
See your point, but if he doesn't get access to that money, he will have to close down his shop. I don't know that. I promised I would help him, and I keep my word. Just give me that key, and then we'll see. To close down his shop.
Yes, but... huh. As much as I hate to say it, you might have a point there. But it's just... oh, fuck it. Alright then. I hid Put the key in one of the barrels close to the entrance to the pit. It's not like there's much money left anyway. Just do whatever is necessary. I don't care.
Entrance to the pit. We'll recover that in the next episode. So catch y'all then.